civilian-grade drone destroys millions of dollars worth of equipment. Futuristic unmanned boats strike enemy vessels right at their base. Meanwhile, a digital map broadcasts the current situation on the front lines in a live mode. These are the elements of modern warfare that takes place in Ukraine at this very moment. In today's episode, United 24 tells about military tech and how innovative technologies alter armed conflicts.
Since the Napoleon era, wars have consisted mostly of face-to-face confrontations. However, between the 80s and 90s, NATO developed a new concept: network-centric warfare. It is when everyone on the battlefield has to exchange data. This approach allows small but well-coordinated resources to get better results than a larger force.
Russia's territory is 30 times bigger than Ukraine. Throughout the war, the Russian Federation significantly outnumbered Ukraine both in quantity of weaponry and ammunition. However, in response to the enemy's advantage, Ukraine relies on the achievements of military tech, an industry that brings innovation to warfare. This industry can be roughly divided into three areas: engineer developments, often with the use of AI, autonomous systems, such as UAVs of various kinds, software for higher efficiency on a battlefield. So how does all of it shape the most advanced war on the planet? High-precision weapons? The HIMARS missile systems and guided Excalibur shells have significantly affected the frontline situation. With the use of GPS guidance systems, Ukrainians strike the warehouses and bases of the enemy with the highest precision, far behind the front lines. Any accumulation of the enemy's supplies or troops immediately becomes a target. Apart from that, as a part of the future soldier concept, various countries design gear that will significantly increase soldiers' efficiency. These are the military Google Glass, which transmits images to a helmet, laser rangefinders, electronic 3D maps, thermal visors, and systems that control the physical state of a soldier. The autonomous combat systems are another example of MilTech, which is already active in the air, the soil, and the water. Before our eyes, various UAVs have become one of the central elements of the battle, and not only the expensive combat machines.
We take a regular commercial drone costing $3,000 to $5,000, attach a simple mechanism, and allow it to drop explosive surprises on the enemy's heads. In such a way, a few thousands worth gadget destroys armored vehicles worth millions of dollars. And we have hundreds of such cases.
However, drones have not only conquered the skies. In the coming years, we can expect overland unmanned vehicles. Such developments already exist. Even the famous Boston Dynamics robots were adapted and designed for military purposes. At the end of October, the Russian fleet in the heart of the occupied Crimea, Sevastopol, was suddenly attacked by naval drones. While some flying UAVs have drawn attention in the air, unknown futuristic boats roamed around the bay, hitting military ships and exploding. The flagship of the Russian fleet, the frigate Admiral Makarov, was among those vessels. It was the first full-scale naval drone attack in history. A few weeks later, Ukraine announced a fundraiser to produce these futuristic naval drones and demonstrated the production process. Last but not least, direction of military tech development is software. Ukraine has something to brag about here too. Back in 2014 to 15, after the start of the proxy war with Russia, Ukrainian volunteers created Kropyva. It is a digital application that was initially designed as a ballistic calculator. Earlier, before a long-range volley, the artillery crew had to conduct complex calculations to estimate the trajectory of a projectile. Kropyva allows to automate this process and significantly speeds it up. However, the most compelling software innovation of Ukraine is probably the Delta system.
It is an advanced digital map. Imagine Google Maps that show store or restaurant locations. Delta does approximately the same, but on the battlefield. We call it situational awareness. You clearly understand where your troops are, where the enemies are, and what's happening around you. For such results, soldiers input data manually, along with various automatic sensors. drones, radars, satellite photos.
Delta can work on practically any scale. A soldier in a trench will see the enemy tank 1 kilometer away, while an officer from the headquarters will see the enemy base hundreds of kilometers away. The system allows transferring video signals, such as drone video, and processing any information with the help of an interactive map. What's peculiar is how Ukrainians reverse the usual way of adopting military innovations. Traditionally, numerous technologies were first developed for army needs and then integrated into civil life. However, what Ukrainians do is use everyday life technology for military purposes.
Previously, we faced our enemy on the ground, the sky, and the sea. Now we also do it in cyberspace. Most certainly, this dimension will be central in future wars. We work hard to bring this moment closer, to make robots die at war, not humans. We want to take humans away from the battlefields. It is our dream and we will reach it.
You can help Ukrainians to save their people and bring victory closer. Support the forces of good with your donation for the unique naval drone production and share this video.